Hello and good afternoon. Over here it is a Thursday in January, real excellent January weather we're having here. It's super rainy and drizzly and gray. And I am working on making my first ever attempt at venison jerky for my road trip down to South Dakota. Because when you eat healthy, it's really hard to find food on the road because most of the stores on the way don't have any actual food. So anyway, I was blessed to receive a nice couple of venison roasts, and I wanted to make one of them into jerky. So I spent some time like really working on getting this meat away from all the sinews. It was a real challenge, but I think I managed it. And I'm going to attempt to make up some kind of a yummy marinade for it. And so I have not done this before. I have made a salmon jerky, and I'm working with some ingredients here that I thought might be good. And you might notice that I don't look that glamorous and that my kitchen isn't that clean. And that's because unlike some cooking shows and people who want to make videos and share information, I'm not trying to make you think that my life is perfect or that everything is perfect. Like, the idea here is that like I'm a real person cooking in my real kitchen. It's a humble environment, and yeah, I rolled out of bed and did yoga this morning, and I've been working on my stuff, and you know, haven't like washed my face or brushed my teeth or anything like that. I'm still wearing my yoga shorts here. So this is real life, and this is my real kitchen, and this is my real experiment. So let's take a look at what I've got. Okay, looks like I'm going to be experimenting with some of these things. I've got coconut aminos here. Got some honey, because some of these recipes recommend brown sugar. Here's some red pepper, liquid aminos, apple cider vinegar, sea salt, and cayenne. So, oh yeah, and look, I chopped up some garlic and ginger. None of the recipes that I saw called for ginger, but you know what? I'm putting it in, like for sure. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put in my little pot, which I love. So I'm putting it in this pot because then I can pour it into the meat. Oh yeah, I forgot to show. I have meat and I have a dehydrator. Super exciting. So I don't know, we're just working with what we got here. There's not even that much. So I'm just gonna dump all of what I've got in here. So this is the liquid coconut aminos, which was recommended in one of the recipes that I was looking at for salmon jerky, which I also modified and just kind of did my own thing with. That's sort of how I roll. All right, so that's all we got from that. So that's as much as we can have, because that's it. That's the limit today anyway. Just going for it with this garlic, why not? And the ginger too. It's gonna be strong and healthy. And let's see. So I saw that some of the recipes call for things like ketchup or Worcestershire sauce, and I'm not going to use those. But I was like, well, if it needs a little bit of tang or zing, I could throw in some vinegar. So I'm just doing it. There it goes. There's all my vinegar too. Time to get some new vinegar for sure. I think my phone is sliding too. It's also high quality cinematography. But there's my colander up there. Cool. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna. Oh, you know what sounds good to me too? Some pepper. Did I not put the pepper out? I thought I did. Where'd it go? Well, good thing I have another one right here. So I'm gonna get some black pepper in here. Okay, and then I'm going to stir it. And you know what? I want it a little bit spicy. So do I want cayenne or chili flakes? I really like chili flakes. I'm gonna throw those in there. There's some of those in there. Just a little bit, not too much. I don't want it to be super spicy, but just a little bit of kick. All right, and I do want to retain some of the natural flavor of this awesomeness. Okay, so I'm just gonna taste what I got here. Okay, it's kind of sweet because those coconut aminos are just that way. So I'm gonna put some of these regular aminos in here too, and wash my finger because y'all just saw me lick that. All right. I'm just shaking it in there. Very precise measurements, as you can see. And that's probably gonna make it super, super salty. So I would probably not need to add salt. Although I do have Celtic sea salt here. But you know what? Even though I'm not wanting to do sugar, I am gonna add just a little bit of honey. And the reason is that honey is a medicine and a preservative. So I wanna make sure that my jerky is, no, you don't want your meat to get funky. So I'm adding this much honey to the mix. And that's gonna take a minute to stir in. Super good. The bees know what they're doing. Okay, so I'm gonna stir this up. Then I'm gonna give it a taste. And so yeah, I'm thinking about also trying this with tofu. Maybe making a tofu jerky. I have had tofu jerky in the past, and it was pretty yummy, but it tasted pretty processed. So I want to find out if dehydrating tofu would be adequate to preserving it using my handy dandy food dehydrator. So that would be really cool if I could do that, because I usually don't have meat that I will eat. So I will only eat meat that somebody harvests or raises, but maybe more people will give it to me. But I could probably access soybeans a little bit easier. So you'd be surprised at how hard they've been to get a hold of lately too. So I'm gonna taste it. Guess what? It's really good, because I'm just blessed that I'm gonna taste it one more time. Yeah, I would eat that on my jerky. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to pour this good stuff in my bag of meat. Ooh, that is gamey, gamey. I'm not even kidding. But I ate some of it. It's really good. And it's gamey because it's got game, because it is game. So I think that's cool. And it's gonna smell great in my car, as jerky always does. Let's see, is that enough in there? I'm gonna save some more. I could save that sauce and use it on other stuff if there's extras, but no, I think I need to I just need to make the sacrifice. We're just going for it. Put it all in there. Okay, get it in the bag. Okay. So with that, I got it in the bag. I'm zip-locking it. And all I'm gonna do now is I'm going to let it marinate for, I don't know, what do you think? Maybe like a half an hour? I might look up some recipe directions for that and see. But I'm thinking maybe like half an hour in my fridge. And then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna spread it in strips. I have all these little panels that go in my food dehydrator. They look like this. And then, in a genius move, the designers of this dehydrator also sell these sheets that go in the dehydrator. And so then you can spread your food out there and it won't stick. So you could do things like a fruit leather, or you can do the meat and it won't stick, or if it does, you can wash it. So that's what I'll be doing later, but now it's just time to marinate in those juices. So maybe I'll talk about how it turns out later. I already know it's gonna be good. So this is me, Dharma getting well today with venison from South Dakota, from my friends Garrett and Quentin over in Idaho. And so I say thank you to them for the good stuff, and we'll find out how it turns out later.